Why is medical privilege limited in personal injury cases? Have you ever wondered why your medical records can be accessed during a personal injury case? It might seem surprising, but there are specific reasons behind this. When someone files a lawsuit claiming an injury, they effectively put their medical condition front and center. This means that the usual confidentiality protecting medical records is waived, but only to the extent that those records are relevant to the injury claimed. In personal injury law, the physician-patient privilege typically protects medical information from being disclosed. However, this privilege is not absolute. When a person claims a medical condition as part of their case, they are waiving their right to keep some medical records private. This waiver is essential to ensure fairness in the legal process. It prevents a person from selectively sharing medical facts that support their claim while hiding those that might weaken it. For example, if someone claims they have hurt their back, the medical records related to that specific injury become accessible. However, any unrelated medical history remains protected. This way, the focus stays on what is necessary to evaluate the claim. The scope of this waiver is limited to medical information that is relevant to the injury claim. Courts use a two-part test to determine this. First, the records requested must relate to the condition at issue. Second, the condition must carry legal significance in the case. For instance, mental health records are only discoverable if there is a claim of mental injury beyond typical emotional reactions. Once a party voluntarily shares certain medical records or presents a medical defense, they cannot later claim privilege to withhold related records. This rule helps prevent strategic manipulation of medical privilege during litigation. For those involved in personal injury cases, there are practical implications to consider. If you are a plaintiff, filing a claim means your medical records related to the injury will be scrutinized. However, you can protect unrelated medical information by limiting the authorization for record releases to only relevant treatments. On the other side, defendants and insurance companies have the right to request and review medical records pertinent to the injury. This helps them assess liability and damages accurately. Courts work to balance privacy rights with the need for fair litigation by restricting discovery to relevant medical information. In essence, medical privilege is limited in personal injury cases because the legal process requires access to relevant medical evidence. This access is necessary to resolve disputes over injury claims fairly while still protecting unrelated private medical information. This balance supports the rights of injured parties and the integrity of the legal process.